When Donald Trump won the US election on 9th of November, so many Kenyans through their social media pages protested, calling for resignation of the US ambassador to Kenya, Meg Whitman. And merely a week of sustaining their pressure for this US ambassador to resign, on November 13th, the US ambassador has tabled a resignation letter to the US President Joe Biden. This after succumbing to pressure mounted by politicians in the country and the public. But why did Kenyans want the US ambassador to resign? There are three reasons that have made Kenyans to demand Meg Whitman to leave this country. Number one, perceived political bias. Whitman has been accused of having undue influence in Kenya's electoral process. A politician like Raila once crossed lines with this US ambassador. During a speech at the Devolution Conference in August 2023, Raila urged Whitman to refrain from interfering in Kenya's internal affairs, maintaining that Kenya is not a US colony, and even he went further to threaten her if she continued to involve herself in Kenyan's politics, and demand to recall her would have been mounted. Raila Odinga mounted the attack for her comments on Kenya's 2022 elections, where she said that the elections were the freest, fairest, and the most credible in Kenya's history. Her comments did not settle well with Raila Odinga.
The rogue ambassador, Kenya is not United States. Kenya is not a colony of the United States. Keep your mouth shut when you hear. Otherwise, you will call for your recall back to your country. I thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Another politician, Reuben Kigame, who was in the presidential race in 2022, also expressed his joy after Whitman tabled a resignation letter. According to what has been published by Tuko News Kenya, Kigame revealed that he had been calling for Whitman's resignation for nearly 3 months, and that he was so grateful that she has resigned. The second reason why Kenyans demanded Meg Whitman to resign was human rights concern. There have been allegations that she has been supporting Kenyan government during periods of violence that were triggered by 2024 finance bill. Kenyans became increasingly critical of Whitman after she appeared to sidestep the human rights violations committed by Ruto's government, including the violent suppression of protesters earlier in this year. Whitman's perceived closeness to the Kenyan president, especially during those hard times marked by violence and disappearances, led to the public calling for her resignation. The third reason was diplomatic relations, which many Kenyans interpreted were more of commercial than the common good of the country. Her closeness with President William Ruto during the protests, while at the same time ignoring critical issues that were affecting the country back then, like extrajudicial activities. Her style of diplomacy and her comparisons to rogue ambassador like Smith Hempston, the former US envoy to Kenya, known for his combative and unapologetic approach. And those are the three reasons which made Kenyans call for her resignation. However, it is during her term in office, Kenya has attained a major NATO ally in sub-Saharan Africa, while at the same time attracting economic investment from US companies.